Imagine walking through a silent valley surrounded by towering desert cliffs. For centuries, people believed every royal tomb had already been found. Treasure hunters had searched the land. Archaeologists had spent decades digging beneath the scorching Egyptian sun. Many experts had given up hope. They believed there was nothing left to discover. Then one ordinary step changed history forever. Beneath a layer of forgotten stone steps lay the entrance to a tomb that had remained hidden for more than 3,000 years. When the sealed doorway was finally opened, the world held its breath. Inside waited thousands of priceless treasures. A golden throne, jewelry that sparkled as brightly as the day it was made, ancient chariots, weapons, and a mysterious young king whose name would become famous across the globe. His name was Was King Tutankhamun, better known as King Tut. But despite all the gold and glory, the greatest mystery wasn't what archaeologists found. It was why this young pharaoh was buried in such an unusual tomb, and what his burial reveals about one of ancient Egypt's most turbulent chapters. This is the incredible true story behind King Tut's tomb. The story begins more than 3,300 years ago. Ancient Egypt was one of the greatest civilizations on Earth. Its pharaohs ruled powerful kingdoms. Massive temples stretched toward the sky. The Nile River brought life to the desert. Egyptian builders created monuments that still amaze the modern world. Yet behind the grandeur of the royal court, political and religious changes were reshaping the kingdom. A few years before Tutankhamun became king, Egypt experienced one of its most dramatic transformations. Pharaoh Akhenaten introduced major religious reforms, centered on the worship of the sun disk, Aten. Traditional temples dedicated to many long-established Egyptian gods lost influence during his reign. The change affected religion, politics, art, and daily life across Egypt. Many officials supported the new direction. Others remained loyal to older traditions. When Akhenaten died, uncertainty spread throughout the kingdom. Into this uncertain world came a young boy, Tutankhamun. He was probably around 8 or 9 years old when he became pharaoh. Because he was still a child, experienced advisors helped govern the kingdom during the early years of his reign. One of the first major decisions was symbolic but powerful. The young king changed his name from Tutankhamun to Tutankhamun. The new name honored the god Amun, reflecting Egypt's return to its traditional religious practices. Temples were restored. Older customs returned. The kingdom slowly attempted to recover from years of political change. Yet Tutankhamun himself remains one of history's least understood rulers. He ruled for only about 9 years. Compared with great pharaohs like Ramesses II or Thutmose III, his reign was relatively short and left fewer monumental building projects. Then, around the age of 19, Tutankhamun died. Exactly how he died remains one of history's most debated questions. For decades, theories filled books and documentaries. Some believed he had been murdered. Others suspected a battle injury. Some suggested an accident involving a chariot. Modern scientific studies paint a more careful picture. CT scans and DNA research suggest Tutankhamun experienced several health challenges, including problems affecting his foot that may have limited his mobility. Researchers have also identified evidence consistent with malaria infection. Rather than pointing to one dramatic cause, many scholars believe a combination of health conditions may have contributed to his early death. Fast forward to the early 20th century. For years, British archaeologist Howard Carter searched the Valley of the Kings. Many experts believed every important tomb had already been discovered. Funding for Carter's excavations was running out. His sponsor, Lord Carnarvon, had begun losing confidence. One final excavation season was approved. It would change archaeology forever. On November 4th, 1922, workers uncovered a stone step beneath the sand. Everything a king might need for the afterlife according to ancient Egyptian belief. At the center stood a series of magnificent nested shrines surrounding stone and wooden coffins. Inside the innermost coffin rested the young pharaoh himself. His famous solid gold funerary mask became one of the most recognizable symbols of ancient Egypt. Crafted with astonishing detail, it demonstrated the extraordinary skill of Egyptian artisans over 3,000 years ago. But the discovery also created new mysteries. Why had the tomb escaped the large-scale looting suffered by so many others? Archaeologists believe several factors played a role. Construction debris from nearby tombs may have accidentally covered its entrance. Later, royal building projects further concealed the location. Although evidence suggests the tomb experienced at least 2 small ancient robberies. Officials apparently resealed it quickly. Eventually, its location faded from memory. For over 3 millennia, the desert quietly protected its secrets. Soon after the discovery, newspapers around the world became fascinated by another story, the so-called Curse of the Pharaoh. When Lord Carnarvon died several months after the tomb's opening from complications, following an infected mosquito bite, rumors spread rapidly. Newspapers connected unrelated deaths to the tomb. Legends grew larger with every headline. But historians and medical researchers have found no reliable evidence supporting the existence of a supernatural curse. Many people involved in the excavation lived long lives. Howard Carter himself survived for more than 16 years after opening the tomb. The curse became part of popular culture rather than established historical fact. Even today, King Tut continues to surprise researchers. Modern imaging technology allows scientists to study the mummy without causing unnecessary damage. DNA analysis has helped reconstruct parts of his family tree. Conservation experts continue preserving the fragile treasures discovered inside the tomb. Every new study adds another piece to the puzzle. Perhaps the greatest secret behind King Tut's tomb is not hidden treasure, it is timing. If the tomb had been larger, it likely would have attracted more robbers. If construction debris had not covered the entrance, its priceless contents might have disappeared forever. If Howard Carter had stopped searching just 1 season earlier, history's greatest archaeological discovery might still be hidden beneath the desert. Sometimes history changes because of careful planning. Sometimes it changes because of extraordinary luck. King Tut was not Egypt's most powerful ruler. He did not conquer vast empires. He did not build the largest pyramids. Yet today he is undoubtedly one of the world's most famous pharaohs. Not because of the length of his reign, but because his tomb survived when so many others did not. His burial gave the modern world an unmatched window into the royal life of ancient Egypt. Every object found inside tells a story of belief, craftsmanship, tradition, and humanity's desire to be remembered long after life ends. More than a century after Howard Carter first looked into that dark chamber, King Tut's tomb continues to inspire archaeologists, historians, and millions of curious minds around the world. Because some discoveries do more than uncover the past, they transform the way we understand an entire civilization. If you enjoyed uncovering the incredible mystery behind King Tut's tomb, make sure to subscribe to Ancient Truth. Here we explore forgotten civilizations, hidden temples, lost kingdoms, ancient mysteries, and the secrets buried beneath the sands of time. Because history isn't only about what has survived, it's about uncovering the truths that the ancient world still whispers to those willing to listen.